It was on the 12th of May that Katie's world turned upside down. For years, she dreamed of progressing from her career as a teacher and follow in the footsteps of literary greats like Roald Dahl and J.K. Rowling. That day did come true for Katie, but it's been somewhat bittersweet.
I don't think you ever forget for one moment that this is something, you know, having a brain tumour isn't something that you leave behind ever. It's always there, it's always at the back of your mind. It's an incurable illness and it's pretty tough to deal with that when you're 31 years old, you just got married, just about to try and start for a family, and you kind of, as you said earlier, your world turns upside down. To top that off, my mum was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma probably a month later. So the fact that I had to deal with my own illness and then had to deal with my mum as well was really, really tough to take.
The former English teacher at Hollyhall Academy in Dudley beat off around 3,000 budding storytellers to win a children's book writing competition launched on ITV's Lorraine Kelly show. The Pumpkin Project, which will be published later on in the year, was based on those closest to her, her family.
My mum and I set about writing down the things that we would want to achieve, given if we had a short period of time. A bucket list, I would imagine you could call it. And one of those things was to get a book published. And we kind of flirted with the idea, pun intended, of like a romance novel in the past. And that had never got anywhere. And then the competition came up on Lorraine Kelly and I thought, oh my gosh, I'll just give it a go. I'll write 1,000 words, see what happens. It was such a massive shock. Then to be told that I was going to win, you know, I was going to have my book published, was amazing, because potentially this could give me something, you know, to look forward to the future. This could be a new career for me. But I've kind of left my mark on the world now. That's something that I can go away and say, yeah, I've done that. And we've achieved something together, me and my mum, that she wanted to do.
The thought of seeing her story on a bookshelf injects Katie with a much-needed boost of positivity. But her days aren't always filled with so much joy.
There's the really, really low days where, you know, sometimes I just want to stay in bed all day and not do anything. Because I'm worried about what's going to happen to me. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about, you know, mine and my husband's future. You know, will we be able to have children? Will that happen? And then there are the days where I think, you've got a brilliant opportunity here. You should seize this with every fibre of your being and just go with it and do as much as you can while you can.
Katie's been told that there's a 50-50 chance as to whether she'll reach her 40th birthday. She's now 31.
It's a ticking time bomb. So 40 is, at the moment, a dream. I'd like to be able to get to 40 and not have any more issues.
It's an unpredictable rollercoaster ride for Katie, and for the next few years, she's happy to spend it scribbling down figments of her wild imagination, in the hope that one day it ends up in the hands of people like you and I. Roshni Patel for Big News in Stourbridge.